And I want to bring in Kenyon Martin, who actually played with Bob Huggins in college, former #1 pick, National Player of the Year. All right, this is, and I don't have an answer for this, Kmart. Like, I look around college sports, and all the guys that you're like, I'd never want to play with him. They're the guys winning their conference every year. You buy my theory?
Oh yeah, I'm with you. You have to have some kind of butthole in you, to be, so to speak, to be successful, I think.
What was Huggins like?
Tough. One of the most honest and brutally honest people you can be around. But he got the best out of me and got the best out of people that play for him.
So you weren't bothered when he got...
Yeah, not at all. It was all love. If you listen to the message and not the way the message is being presented,
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, no, people's thin skin, when it comes to being critiqued or being...
Nobody wants to be criticized.
Yeah, not at all. But if you want to be successful and you think this is your business or your line of work that you want to be in professional sports, so you have to have some type of tough skin because somebody's going to always have something good to say, bad to say, or whatever you want to classify it as. But college coaches, I think, like you just point, you have to be that way. You have to have control and pulse of every situation that's going on around you, I think.
Now, there have been really strong-willed coaches that don't work.
Yeah.
Like when doesn't it work?
When you're too nice. Or if you take it to the next level. What was the coach at Rutgers?
That was inappropriate.
Throwing the balls at players.
Did you ever have a coach, though, that was tough on you that you didn't like? That was difficult?
No, I've never. If you're tough on me, I listen to what it is. No one has been more tougher than Bob Huggins. I went to college.
He never smiles.
I was 18 when I went to Bob Huggins. I left when I was 22. Experienced a lot, heard a lot. Seeing guys come, seeing guys go that couldn't handle what he was bringing to the table.
I want to shift gears to Kyrie Irving. I am for, and always have been, Kenyon, I am for player mobility.
Yeah.
Owners move teams, GMs and coaches move. Yeah. You guys have a 7-year, 8-year window to make your scratch. I'm always for players moving. Yeah. But there's dumb mobility. Definitely. I don't get Kyrie. Do you?
No, he's out of his damn mind. I thought basketball or sports in general should be about winning and losing. He's getting his money. He's going to get his money.
He's getting his money now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what are you trying to accomplish in this? You're trying to go make an all-NBA team so you can get the Supermax deal. Wherever you go, you're not going to make that team because there are other guards that's going to be in better situations, winning situations if you lose. If you leave Cleveland.
So what's the end game? Like, I don't get it.
I have no idea. Like, this is one of those things, like, if you're playing with Tom Brady, if you're a receiver playing with Tom Brady, like, why would you want to leave and go play with the Miami Dolphins, so to speak? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get, the old saying, the grass is always greener. Like, people think
until people start walking on it.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people say, Colin, you were about KD. And I said, time out. KD had grown increasingly frustrated with Westbrook. And by the way, when he went to Golden State, his numbers got better. Yeah. So what Golden State promised him, listen, you'll take just fewer shots and have just as many points. Like, you could make an argument that LeBron is, along with Magic Johnson, one of the more giving superstars.
Yeah, definitely. He's made everybody around him better. He's made everybody richer around him. Guys that won championships that hadn't won one or had a chance to sniff one, including Kyrie. You were winning 25, 30 games before LeBron got there. So wherever you go, that's, in a lot of people's opinion, that's who you are. You're a 25, 20, 30 a year win team with you as being the dominant player. And that's not okay with a lot of people. When you're in a situation now where you're making it to the finals every year, you got the best player on the planet, swallow your pride. Swallow your pride no matter what it is. You don't have to look at him when you go home at night. So swallow your pride and make it work. But everybody's not about wins and losses, and that is obvious in this situation.
Let's shift gears to LaVar Ball. So I heard a former UCLA player and a coach at Pepperdine say yesterday on the air, LaVar is going to hurt recruiting, that some parents, they want to be part of this circus.
Yeah.
And Adidas this past weekend got burned by LaVar Ball. They had to apologize for what he did. And Under Armour did a deal with UCLA, and his Under Armour sitting there going, oh, hell, what do we get involved with? Yeah. Let me ask you, you have a very talented son.
Yes.
Is there part of you, and let's say UCLA, they may come after your son, and there were 4 or 5 schools, would you consider the circus element of LaVar Ball to be a negative?
Yes.
You would?
Definitely. Because it's not about what I've been saying. What the narrative should be is about whether his 3 boys can play basketball or not. That's what it should be about. And unfortunately, that hasn't been the case. Everything, like Lonzo Ball had a hell of a summer league. And nobody's talking about it right now. Everything that's surrounding that family is negative. And it's unfortunate. So I would definitely have that in consideration if Lonzo Ball was still, or LaJello Ball or Melo Ball was there, and their dad is involved. I would definitely have some pause with sending my kid there.
Well, by the way, your kid's a really good player.
Yes.
And he's going to be a D1. How old is he?
16.
So he's getting recruited now.
Yes.
And he's getting recruited, I would imagine, to good schools.
High D1 schools.
You can't mention them, or can?
Yeah, Georgetown, West Virginia, Arizona, Kentucky. You name
Arizona's recruiting your son?
Yes. So
UCLA is going to look at your son.
Yeah, he's a Pac-10. He's an LA kid, of course. He's going to Sierra Canyon, which they have Cody Riley who went there. So they got talent.
So your son, you're the perfect guest today, and you're saying it would affect you.
Definitely, it will affect my son for one, because it's his decision at the end of the day. But I will have influence in where he goes.
Of course.
And if that's part of the narrative at UCLA, I would be like, because I'm not going to subject myself to it or my kid to it. That's just what we're not going to do. I want everything around to be positive and a great experience going to college. And the negativity and the uncertainty of what might go on.
Instability.
Yeah, I'm just not willing to put my kid in that situation.
Boy, you were a good guest today.
Appreciate
it. You were like a ground zero for this. So good stuff. Kenyon Martin. Are you on SFY today too?
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. I'm telling you, man, I don't know what the word is when a guy's well dressed. Tight.
Yeah, all of the above.
I mean,
that's a good word.
You look tight.
Appreciate it, brother. I try, man. I try.
Listen, I got my summer toupee on, so I'm trying to look as good as I can as well.
You clean up well, Colin.